First of all, let me tell you guys what I think about The Chi. The Chi is one of those shows, to me, it seems like it's a show that's built off a book that somebody read, and they got a lot of missing important parts to it. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to a new video. If you are new here, my name is Dion. Please subscribe to my channel, and to my returning chat partners, I really appreciate you guys' support. So guys, today's review is going to be on The Chi. Guys, we have come upon the last season of The Chi, and let me just say, it's been maybe 3 or 4 episodes or something like that. First of all, let me tell you guys what I think about The Chi. The Chi is one of those shows, to me, it seems like it's a show that's built off a book that somebody read, and they got a lot of missing important parts to it. Because one thing about The Chi, it doesn't follow through, it doesn't flow, in my opinion, with things that's happened. Let's start back from the beginning. Season 1 of The Chi was, to me, the best season ever. I think season 1 of The Chi was the best season because you had Brandon on there. And the storyline, the way that they was going when it came to Brandon and, what is his name? What was the man's name? Hold on. Not Debo. What was his name? Douda. The storyline that they had with Brandon, Douda, and Emmett was good. But something happened for whatever reason, and he didn't come back, I think, after season 1. And after that, they just changed it up. And it just seemed like they just started having different writers. And it just started, after that, to me, it just started really being all over the place. Fast forward to now, let me just say, I do not like a lot of the things that has happened in the last couple of seasons. One of the main things that I don't particularly care for when it comes to The Chi is I don't like how a series comes on and then you have the season finale and then you have to wait like a year, or you have to wait a long time for the new season to come out. I don't like shows like that. And there's a lot of shows that I've been watching and investing my precious time in watching that's been that way. Family Business, they take a long time to come back on. The Black Hamptons, and it's amongst other shows. But anyway, let's get back to The Chi. Another thing I don't like about The Chi is how it don't complete a storyline. It doesn't like follow through. And let me explain what I mean about it doesn't follow through or the storyline isn't complete. Okay, let's go back to Papa's father. Why wasn't it ever a situation where revenge was taken upon what happened by Papa's father being unalive? I didn't like that part. And let's talk about Douda, let's talk about Alicia, and let's talk about Rob. I don't like the fact that they drug it out so long to find out that Nook actually unalived Rob. Also, I didn't like the fact that Rob's father got unalived as well, right when he was coming back into his life. I feel like it could have been a much more better storyline with that. I don't like the fact that Rosalind took out Alicia. And I'm like, what was the point? You took out Alicia because you felt like she took out Douda, but she didn't. And I'm thinking, Rosalind, for you to have all the connections in the correct person's life. You know what I mean? Also, I didn't like the fact that Alicia never found out that Nook unalived Rob. I didn't like the fact that Alicia didn't get to meet her grandson. I didn't like the fact that when Tiff was going to the hospital or whatever to give birth, Alicia never got to experience that with her. That writing was just so messy, and it was just uncalled for, because I really do feel that Alicia should still actually be on the show right now. I do feel that. I'm trying to figure out what's the point of bringing Alicia in and having her have this much power. For one, her ex-husband got taken from her. Her son got taken from her. And then she didn't even get a chance to avenge what happened to her son because she took out the wrong person from a lie. And also, I don't like the fact that she didn't get to meet her grandson. I just felt like that was like weird to me. I also don't like the fact that Pastor Zeke, it was a storyline going with Pastor Zeke. You know, if he was going to get his family back or not, and what was going on in the church. To me, that was like a good storyline that was going on with him messing with the white lady and everything. Just all the stuff that he had going on, the business with Nook and everything. But then when you start this season back up, they start the season off with Pastor Zeke's funeral. Like, what happened? It just be too many pieces that they don't just be puzzling together. And then they'll bring people on for like 1 or 2 episodes, and then you don't see them no more. Or then they'll just drop. It seemed like with The Chi, to me, sometimes it seemed like they film this, and we got all this footage, and we gonna put it together. It come out like a vlog to me, instead of like an actual TV series that flows fluidly. Okay. Another thing, I feel it could have been better written. Why not keep Emmett brother in The Chi? For whatever reason, what happened to him? He's no longer on the show. Why he's not on the show anymore? I feel like his storyline with his gambling and everything, by him taking money from Smokies, you know, that was good. That would have been good. I feel like they should have processed that and let that flow. Another thing I don't like about The Chi, Bakari. Let me just say this. I feel like Bakari and Jake, basically Jake is the most progressed character on the show. I would just say that because Jake been there since the beginning. I feel like Jake has been on the show since the beginning, and he's the one that has progressed the most, because one thing, Jake was raised by Duda, then Jake also was raised by his brother Reg, so he knows about, he know about the street life, but he know what it's like to have structure. And that's one good thing that I can say about him. Now, when it comes to Bakari, I really want him to get from out of Chicago, and I don't want him to be like the next Duda or to take Nook's place. I don't want him to do that. I want better for him, because Bakari, I feel like he just really got to have somebody to like really believe in him. And I think when Papa's father got murdered, I think that really affected Bakari. But it changed him too, because that, to me, it seemed like outside of his sister, which they don't have on the show that much, Papa and his family really showed Bakari love. And I feel like they should have kept that notion of the show. I feel like they messed up when they kept trying to really keep him in the streets. You want to see change. You want to give people purpose and hope. And I feel like Bakari's character is mature enough to show the change, to show the purpose, to show the hope that he has moved along and evolved. Let his character evolve, just kind of like they let Jake's character evolve. One thing I can say about The Chi, what's her name? Keisha. She's never pleased. All she does is whine and complain. It's like Emmett can never please this girl. Nothing makes her happy. She finds fault in everything, and she gets annoying after a while. Like she's a character that really annoys me. It's like she tried to be perfect, but I just feel like she comes off to me like she likes Emmett, she loves Emmett, but then I think it's a battle between her and Tiff. That's just what I feel. I would like to see Tiff and Victor together. I feel like they would be a good match, because Victor is a good dude, because they showed the street side of Victor, but they also showed the change side of him when he was doing what he was trying to do to make things right. I do like Rashad. Rashad brings value to the show. Even though Reg is Reg, I like Reg. Reg is not a person that make me be like, dang, I can't stand him. Nook was a person that made me be like, dang, I can't stand him. But I don't say, dang, I can't stand him when it comes to Reg. I just feel like Reg just, I don't know. He's just been given the bad part of stick, and it's like he's fighting and he want to do right, but then he don't know how to. Reg got messed up, and they thought he won't live no more, but he's back. And I would think by him being back, he would be better than what he was before. But Reg gonna be Reg, and he gonna have a pool. Reg gonna be Reg, and Reg gonna have a pool in that living room, no matter what. Now, to be honest, I really feel like the part about Tiff finding about Nook unalive and Rob, I do feel like they kind of drug that out a little too long. That should have been like one of the first things that came about with this new season. I think they should have started with that. And I honestly wish that Alicia was still alive when they found that out. Because I'm sitting up here like Nook just really felt like he was untouchable. Because I didn't like the fact that you unalive this girl. You up in there living in a house and being around her baby. And it was just a mess. I just didn't like that. When it came to Tiff, when she did find out and how she found out, she should have been found out. That girl had that recording. That could have just been sent to her anonymously. And I'm trying to figure out too, why would her and Vic bury Nook in the backyard? You got this whole dispensary. You couldn't do nothing. You couldn't take him somewhere and do that. I really wish that what happened was I wish she had played it and let him hear it. I think she should have pow-powed him, but not to unalive him though. He should have been exposed in front of everybody. Everybody that's supposed to be cool with him, even like his homeboys, the people that work for him. I feel like maybe she should have gave him a party or just something she should have done for him, and that could have been played in front of everybody. I think that would have been like magnificent to play out. You know, and it come out that he was the one that actually took Dudda and all that kind of stuff. Another thing, like, why the Chi is always dark? I know this review might be all over the place, but I'm just giving my thoughts about the series and everything. But I be just wondering, right, why don't there be no light in nobody's house? Everything is just dark in the Chi. And I'm sitting up here thinking, is it because it's a dark show? They trying to make it seem like that place and that time and those people is just a bunch of darkness around them? Is that what it is? What I want to see, since this is the last season of the Chi, I would like to see Bakari leave Chicago and start his life over and just be great and prosper. Jake said he ain't going nowhere. I would still like to see him prosper and be good. I would like to see Reg turn his life around and be good and do something. I would like to see Vic and Tiffany together. I guess I still want to see Emmett and Keisha together. I guess I would still want them to be together. However, I'm going to need her to stop complaining about every freaking other thing. I just feel like the Chi could offer more substance to it. I would like to see more with the character Rashad. And then it would be cool to actually see, they kind of do playbacks of them and how they became who they are. I'm not particularly liking that they got those 3 little young boys on the Chi. I guess it's trying to go back to the beginning when it was about Jake, Kev, and Papa. But my thing is, if it's supposed to be about the new Jake, Kev, and Papa, why not focus more on Jake? Why not focus more on, you know, Kev not here anymore? So, of course, they're going to focus his family. But why not focus on Papa, too? You know, it's like Papa, they kind of just give him something to say every now and then, and that's it. It's not really a storyline. Okay, yeah, his father got unalive and he's dealing with that, and now he's dealing with what happened with Pastor Zeke. But show more of Emmett running his business, and because Emmett has done a whole 360, he's done a lot of great things. So I'm just, yeah, I just got lost in the sauce really when what happened to Alicia, because I was thinking maybe Alicia not going to be unalive. Maybe Alicia just shot up and got hurt and she's going to come back. I really did not like that they wrote her character off. I feel like it could have been more with Alicia, Tiff, and everything. And it could have been more of, why not having that Alicia and Tiff, Vic, Shad hook up, but then you got them also against Nook and his crew, and also Reg and his crew, or Reg getting himself together, or just something. I think they kind of would have been better off than how they got it now. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on the Chi. I really don't have too much to say about it because, like I said, since Brandon been gone since season 1 and afterwards, it's kind of just been all over the place, and it just never really like flowed from series to series to series like it should. That's just my thoughts. It's just my opinion. However, I will continue to support the Chi, continue to watch the Chi to see how the show will go off. But I feel like it could have been better because the people that play the characters on the show do an amazing job. Emmett, the guy that plays Emmett does an amazing job. The girl that plays Tiff does an amazing job. The girl that plays Keisha does amazing. Nook, Jake, Papa, Shad, Reg, Victor, everybody, Emmett Daddy, everybody that's on the show plays an amazing part. Papa, the girls, everybody does good. I just wish it could have been better storylines to make the show flow more better than what it has. But guys, that's my thoughts on the Chi. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little talk, our little quick one too. If you're not subscribed to my channel, Deon's Life, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you can receive alerts for each and every time I upload and become a chat partner. I wish you all out there peace of mind, because what? A peace of mind is one of the greatest things in the world. Always remember you guys are great. And as always, take care, stay safe, and be blessed. Bye, guys.